allow the two children to handle the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay.
She
Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun on this short live. Share the broadcast.
Today, oh, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun dára sí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
This is very unusual. Unusual, and it is random, okay? I don't expect a lot of us to join. Unfortunately, we are starting very, very late. That's why I call it unusual. Let's call it a gist. For those who are joining us, please share the broadcast.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun diary politico. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
The wahala, from the Thiuefnubu's trip to France, as well as his disappearance, and then his reappearance, and then the ruckus that followed, can be part of our gist tonight. Let's hope we don't get too much freeze. Tonight, I have a video for you. A video of a gondola, promoting the punishment for corruption in Nigeria, like, sponsoring a kind of, a bill asking that corrupt people in Nigeria, what should happen to them? He ended up opening a bank in his own Barbariga. I also have a gist for you from that same Paris, right? So don't let us waste much time. Yeah. Today happened to be Akiola's birthday. So we spent the whole day as, like busy. And I initially ruled out coming live tonight, but I was like, I could see kind of sneak this in and make it kind of like interactive, that all of us are just here like, okay, you know what? It may not be too serious, but if it's with Maiyegun, it's going to be worth it, right? Now, you see all the noise coming from France, showing that Koolu only traveled to France for validation. It wasn't there to make any meaningful impact. You see, at that Paris summit, okay, it was meant to be an opportunity for investors, you know what I mean? Like, come around and see what you can do with Nigeria. So African presidents, they used the opportunity as well to push their own agenda of we no longer want to be to play the second fiddle to the West, that for years, for decades, they have been ripped off, and they see Africa as a charity case. Okay, Koolu was not there. Nigeria didn't make any meaningful impact there. No statement, no nothing. It was there during the opening ceremony to take pictures. Then it disappeared. But Dele Alakori has been very much like the one making statements here and there that it was a success. There are so many companies, so many businesses. They can't wait to get down to Nigeria. And all of that nonsense that they have shared back there to pack it up very well, right? They organized the usual one, Nigerians in France, have been in Europe. They came together to come and talk about, to come and meet Thiuefnubu. You know, that same package they always kind of make for Bokwari at the time. Thank you. Akinola is 8 today. Can you believe that? For those who know Akinola very well, he's 8 today, and it seems like yesterday. So yeah, and before you know it, it's going to be 18, I believe. So thank you very much, everyone sending a happy birthday. Thank you. Okay. Now, while other African presidents were making like their position known of what they wanted to be treated equally and all that, they put together some Nigerians. Those who left Nigeria most of them because of the failure of Bokwari, the last 8 years of APC, they grouped them in a room, probably an hotel, okay, to sing the praise of Koolu. I'll share that with you tonight. But another kind of interesting development because of this France or no France is that this morning, Ngozi Okonjo Iweala decided to upload. She was there representing the World Trade Organization, WTO. She was of a World Bank before, wasn't she? And then you see IMF, you see all of them were there. All the top execs of all these companies, right? Or businesses, or this. So Okonjo Iweala, that is like, now she's a common face, like recurring Decima. She's there. So she uploaded the pictures from the event. And when she uploaded the first one, now so war broke out on social media, especially on Twitter. Give me a sec. I don't want them to let me mute my stuff here, right? I think it's fine. I wanted to be sure that we don't get interrupted, okay? Okonjo Iweala uploaded images of the president and other people she met. Now, so the Agbadomites ran mad. I have never seen that kind of madness in my life. A lot of you probably didn't, you don't have Twitter, you don't have Facebook, you don't know what waiting God do you, sometimes partially. If you want to see lunatics, hungry beggars, shameless beggars who are like a core Agbadomites, go to Twitter. Honestly, you are never going to miss them. Bunch of beggars. Before you know it, it'd be like war. We started hearing the Agbadomite. Okonjo Iweala, she did not upload picture. She did not take pictures with Thiuefnubu. Why did she not take picture? She undermined Thiuefnubu. She doesn't rest because she's Igbo. The Igbos are this and that. Again, no, Igbos, this Igbo, that. Why would Okonjo Iweala not take pictures with Thiuefnubu to upload? And she's uploading other countries. I was like, wala ti de ba you. Before you know it, Okonjo Iweala uploaded the second list. It can't be like they pour petrol inside fire. They were so angry that she didn't take picture with koolu, and she didn't upload any image with koolu, which according to them, Okonjo Iweala is not accepting Thiuefnubu as president because Thiuefnubu is Yoruba, Okonjo Iweala is Igbo. I mean, you just need to, some of them, if you read some of them, there is no way that you will know that Nigeria at the last dance, Nigeria at any problem. Irredeemable problems. So, after a few hours, Okonjo Iweala now uploaded the substantial list where finally koolu got a space. Picture of koolu. But around that, by then, the damages have been done. People have turned themselves. They can't wait. I mean, they couldn't wait to tear themselves apart. Entire global space, entire Twitter square, every threat. They want people to accept koolu, but koolu is not a product that anybody should be proud of. Even so many, I know some of you are shameless, who are like Thiuefnubu's supporters. You are shameless, no doubt. But you know why I said you are shameless is this. Even if people want to give koolu an opportunity, a benefit of doubt, koolu is a no-show. No day. I'll show you something. This person is the Zambia president. And before I play the video for you, right, let me tell you a story. In Zambia, there were two big political parties, traditional, known politicians, big men, who actually shake Zambia politics. This guy came, just like Peter Obi of Nigeria. And it was considered as, it was known by his track record as a very prudent and then, honest person, so to say, public officer. So he ran for president. It wasn't expected to kind of, how was he going to do it? But not surprisingly, the Zambians, when they voted for him. And to this day, although I am not saying the economy of Zambia is better than that of Nigeria, I'm not comparing, but when you talk about leadership, that you can say there is actually hope if there's consistency this way. And Zambians will agree with me. Now watch their president at that summit, like that composure, that horror, that confidence, I want you to watch this. Like I said, it's a gist tonight and it's random. We're going to be jumping from here and there. We are still in France.
It's a question of pulling it together and targeting it. Let me also indicate here one of the lessons of our debt restructuring that is applicable to poverty reduction, to climate change, is the issue around speed at which we do things. G20 framework, when we took office 21 months ago, this discussion was already in train. Now we've been in office 21 months. Yes, we're very pleased that it happened yesterday. But for the countries that are coming after us, there is need to expedite the processes. Just that, whether it's, if you like, energy transition, as Senegal is involved in that, we must just be conscious of time. Every day we don't deliver these things that are within our control, we are basically increasing the cost and the damage gets compounded. I think it's very important. The next lesson I want to suggest here, relevant to the subject on the table, is that German Chancellor's point yesterday at dinner, repeated today, is so important for us as a global community to mobilize resources, yes, but these resources must be invested to help grow the economies of the less developed countries. Very important, because by doing that, we are creating capacity in those economies to mitigate against climate change and obviously poverty reduction. So value addition, not just with the electric vehicle industry that is coming through, huge industry. It is important, President Macron, that we look at deliberately investing in extraction, critical minerals, for example, in value adding these minerals in country. Obviously, that will help the growth side of the GDP, create jobs, business opportunities for the transactional chain in there, if I may call it that. So I think this must be deliberate as well. Rather than generic discussions, we must dive deep into the envelope and begin to say, these are requirements, these are needs, these are minimums. And it will mutually benefit, as somebody said yesterday, not to polarize the conversation, the North and the South. It will definitely, if it's structured properly, benefit the North, the South. And that's not the debate we must be engaging in, but mutuality for greater good, for a safe world, for a world that we can pass on to the next generation in a responsible manner. Lastly, I simply want to indicate that I like the spirit of partnership that I hear. I like what I hear from leaders, all of you who have spoken. I think that's the way it should be. But the thing is now to pull all this in one basket, draw an action plan, which is time-bound, and we get a job done. If the political leadership is there, business leadership is there, decisions are clear, we now need to get our technical people not to sit on the work that needs to be done. So supervision, monitoring is important. Lastly, and this is the last one really, I want to thank what I hear from the Chinese Premier, what I hear from Secretary Yellen, and indeed all the leaders that have spoken on the issue of conflict. We cannot achieve what we want to achieve if we allow our global community to focus time, resources, everything, technology, on conflict. I think there's a duty for us all to keep our individual countries peaceful, out of conflict, and not export instability to other countries, neighboring or far away. As we now know, instability anywhere is instability everywhere. I think it's very important that we work on that issue and focus the resources, focus the time, and all the other capital provisions on the development agenda to mitigate climate change, to reduce poverty. And I must also indicate here, the cost of capital must sit in this basket, that it must be lowered. The inequity around the cost of capital, Africa, for example, pays the highest cost of capital, is not correct. It doesn't help anybody at all. It just worsens the situation. We must address this situation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, Zambians listen to their president. Zambians can tell you that that man speaking there is exact same when he's talking about them in Zambia. I mean, I can attest to that. Like I said, I'm not saying they have this superb, because they are a small country with right leadership. There's something they can say they have hope. You get what I mean? That is not of Nigeria. Rather, you will see spokesperson like this telling you what Nigeria president did in France. Nobody saw him, said anything. Or you see this guy is telling 200 million people that their ghost president is making so much deals and not a single one is mentioned. Or wherever they are targeting, nothing, just talk. 200 million people.
Amend our rating by Standard & Poor's downgraded Nigeria, and it affects us seriously. So these are all very important initiatives.
Are we set? No? Okay. Sir, we are in Paris, and Nigeria is to sign finance pact tomorrow. What are Nigerians expecting from this signing?
Well, it's not strictly a question of signing finance pact. The essence of this trip, like I told NTA yesterday when we were boarding the aircraft for Paris, the essence is to network as much as is feasible, as much as is practicable. The president wants to network with international finance corporations, institutions, countries that are well-heeled, that would facilitate or that could facilitate direct foreign investment into Nigeria. Don't forget that Mr. President has taken some very bold steps in the area of economy, in the area of social engineering in the last 3 weeks. And particularly with reference to the unification of the multiple exchange rate, which has caused very positive multiplier effect. However, in the short run, we have noticed that and expected that there will be a slight spike in the demand, and then that would affect the value of the naira vis-a-vis the dollar. So there is, apart from the immediate short and long-term effects, positive effects of that unification policy, there could be a need for an injection of foreign exchange, direct foreign exchange into the economy to shore up the value of the naira while market forces stabilize. And in the short run or medium term, there's going to be, when the effects of this policy begin to mature, for instance, you can now...
When politicians uses that their hands, like they are writing something, okay, in describing what they are saying, it is the first pointer that they are lying to you, okay? And they can be looking for different nonsense to make a mumbo jumbo, to make up this. That's the spokesperson. But here is the NTA report. I'm going to 2 events happened in France. The first one, leaders like that, president and all of them, they will have interactive session with the investors, media, question and answer time, where you're going to tell them what you have for them. This was where they expected Koolu to sit, so that he will come and tell the whole world. Okay, they call it a new global financing pact. That was where they expected Koolu to sit down. That place, you see the arrow. It disappeared. On that stage, at least, you could see the face of those who are there. They were answering questions, they were talking policies, finance, and all that. This is why Thiuefnubu went there. The second part is where that Zambia president was talking. The president of the biggest black nation, the biggest economy in Africa. He was hiding like Ologbo. So when all of them were gone, those who have what they will get and the rest, they were gone, they decided to put together a small praise singing party for Koolu, as they normally do. Nigerians in diaspora, they are meeting with Koolu. Listen to the praise singer. This one, NTA reports.
On your mandate we shall stand.
We have
been very impressed by the decision you took to eliminate the subsidy.
We need to work out and to think how Nigerians could keep representing Nigeria.
When I got the mic, I told them about the things happening in Nigeria and your policies that has happened in the past 3 weeks. The whole delegation wrote to me and told me they would be happy to come to Nigeria in the next few weeks.
What we have been campaigning, we are totally 100% is going to happen. So we have no doubts, we just have prayers for you.
After giving several testimonies of a good start by the Tinubu government, this group of patriots living across Europe, main concern is creating an enabling environment for investors. Nigeria, a country blessed with human and capital resources, according to them, can attain speedy economic growth with the removal of fuel subsidy and unification of the currency.
The interesting thing about this particular engagement is the extremely short time frame within which it was put together. And for that, because I know the President's program is extremely congested, it is congested. He has a lot of his counterparts here, other presidents from various parts of the world, wishing to see him. And just today, he has seen 2 heads of state. But he kept asking me, and he kept saying, "What about the diaspora? What about the Nigerian diaspora? What about the Nigerian?" He kept saying that. And that tells us what? It tells us that he is very much interested in this meeting.
In Sudan. So we have Nigerians here who are doing great things back home. We have Nigerians to be proud of. And we have Nigerians who, as Mr. Aleke has said, are very excited about the hurricane steps you have taken as president. And the image has changed all of a sudden, and it's like we all want to come back home to Nigeria.
President Bola Tinubu gave his usual commitment of taking a more holistic approach at the recovery of the country's economy from the impact of COVID-19 and rising cases of poverty to provide access to finance and investment that will leverage inclusive growth and development.
Nigeria belongs to all of you, all of us. Our diversity is an asset if we know how to use it for our prosperity. Born of the same father, in the same house, except living in different rooms. We must promote unity, stability, and economic justice for every one of us.
The president received several gifts from his host, including the famous Real Madrid defender, David Olatokunbo Alaba.
That's what they went to do in France. Did you hear those clowns in that room? Could you see them fidgeting? Like, is that what you call it? Fidgeting or forgetting? It no matter. Do you see them fidgeting there? We are happy for your policy. In the last 3 weeks, we are very, very happy. And you know what I mean? And they said they are going back to Nigeria in a few weeks. Is that true? There are some of you who are going back to Nigeria from Europe because of koolu. I don't know if that's true. I know that's not true anyway. Now, look at this engagement. From the same thing koolu went for that nobody saw. Kenya president.
What we are saying is different. Is that what you're saying? You're saying is good, but it's not what you're saying. We are not saying that we continue to have what the taxes France is paying, the taxes Kenya is paying in the current setup. Those are national issues. We need a financial transaction tax at a global level. We did a lot of work together 2 years ago with this big push for Africa. We issued 650 billion SDRs, and we took the commitment to reallocate 100. One of the points we have to clarify during these 2 days is where we are, and I would be very curious to see from you.
So, in that same gathering where koolu was missing, So if you are a Nigerian normally, and you have your own president, right, engaging with other global leaders like that on conversation that is that clear. Did you hear? I mean, you just listen to Ruto there. That's their new president in Kenya. Do you want me to tell you his story too? Ruto happened to be the vice president to, Uhuru Kenyatta. So when their politics started, Uhuru Kenyatta decided that he wasn't going to support his own vice president for president. And at a point, Ruto had to leave the political party that he belongs to with their president to go and join a coalition of other parties. And he ran and he won. His own party, his own former party, his own president was more or less like trying to even turn the table until the Supreme Court came in and they declared him winner. Now, did you see the confidence he's talking? Did you see that passion he's also talking? Again, I am not saying that Kenya is better than Nigeria. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about when you see leadership, that you can say, these are new leadership in Africa. That guy is new. The one in Zambia is just about maybe 2 years. Here you get. This one is just about a few months, Ruto. And these were product of people's resistance to the status quo in their different countries. So when they had a chance of being given mic to speak, did you see that confidence that they actually kind of exudes? Did you feel that? The clarity in what they are saying. Wouldn't you want to see a Nigeria president? A Nigeria president, even if the failure, the rotten you have witnessed all these years, wouldn't you want to see somebody actually talk and speak clearly, intelligently? Somebody who actually knows the job he is doing. Sure, you understand? Like, talk clearly, not all this, baba that. You know what I mean? These dead woods. I mean, maybe it's just me, Sha. But in courts, in their court, okay, they are planning to remove him anyway. So watch this.
Yes, with respect to that, because that will touch the case. But suffice it to say that we fielded our last witness today, who, as you can see, tendered very, very critical documents pertaining to the qualifications of the second respondent, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the academic qualifications, including the NYSC certificate, and then the conviction, the criminal forfeiture judgment from the US as well as the Guinean passport. So all these documents were admitted by the court, and we were able to round off our case on that note, having called 27 witnesses. So, and as the law permits us, and also in accordance with the pre-hearing report, we have eventually closed the calling of evidence by the petitioner. So the next stage now is for the respondents. If they have any defense, they will bring forward their own witnesses, and it will now be our turn to cross-examine those witnesses. If we have documents to challenge them with, we will do so. When they finish calling their witnesses, they too will close their case formally, and then the parties will now address the court on issues of law. That's why you see most of the times questions are asked, we say these are matters for address, because there are legal issues that at the end of the day will address the honorable court on. So we are very happy that this second stage will finish with the pre-hearing. Now we have concluded with the presentation of the petitioner's case, and we're very happy reviewing entirely what has been presented before the court. So we will now wait to hear from the respondent, and when they finish, we all leave everything in the hands of the court. Thank you very much. Yes.
The witnesses.
So, for clarity, majority of Nigerians didn't vote for that deadwood. So the rest of Africa, mocking and laughing at Nigerians, please remember, a lot of people are doing everything to prove to the whole world that this convicted drug trafficker that is now parading himself as Nigeria president is battling with what we call the legitimacy battle. Currently, they themselves are waiting on the court to legitimize the illegitimacy before they will now deal with the rest of Nigerians that have failed to accept them. It is a battle. Now, it was built to be in France, and then it will go back to Abuja, but something changed. So they moved him from Paris to London. So everybody who is in London, if you can help us get the location and the rest of that, there are many people who would like to go and say, I is the president of Nigeria now, and at the same time is on a private visit. Remember, Sha, nobody knows what he's up to as we speak. Okay. Then going back again, I told you I have this clip for you, and that clip is where I saw Gandola Omo. Gandola was proposing punishment for thieves. It's shocking. It's just the wordings. Maybe not shocking, but it's a throwback. Watch this.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to seize this opportunity to congratulate you and my colleagues for accepting to deliberate on the recommendations of the 19 committees.
Have you mentioned the name?
Mr. Chairman, my name is Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje.
Thank you.
Presidential nominee from Kano State. Mr. Chairman, I have 4 interventions to make. Intervention number 1. My first intervention is on the report of the Anti-Corruption Reforms Committee. The committee made a serious omission on the issue of granting bail to perpetrators of corruption. Penal laws in Nigeria, like Penal Code, Criminal Code, EFCC, and the ICPC Acts, allow offenses of corruption and financial crime to be bailable. This situation does not help the fight against corruption, Mr. Chairman. If a suspect standing trial for the offense of corruption is sure of his or her freedom or liberty when arraigned before a court of law, the fear of committing corruption is diminished. Moreover, an accused person standing trial for corrupt offense with his liberty and freedom can adopt every available means to frustrate prosecution of the case. In this respect, Mr. Chairman, I recommend that the offense of corruption and financial crime should be made non-bailable in our courts. The fear of remaining in prison custody during the period of trial in court can serve as deterrent to people that intend to commit offense of corruption. Also, Mr. Chairman, I recommend that high-level embezzlement of public funds and in financial institutions should attract death penalty, as obtained in countries like the People's Republic of China. Intervention number 2, Mr. Chairman. My second intervention is again on the report of the Anti-Corruption Reforms Committee. The committee recommended that government should investigate all the local and foreign assets of all the executives at all levels who have served since 1966 and bring the corrupt ones to justice. To my understanding, Mr. Chairman, the investigation will involve all past heads of states, elected presidents, past military governors, military administrators, elected governors, local government chairmen, and local government sole administrators. Mr. Chairman, no one should condone corruption in whatever disguise, but investigate the above array of executives from 1966 to date is a Herculean task. Some of these executives are dead. Some surrendered their lives to keep Nigeria one. Some are presently bankrupt, yet some are surviving with difficulty. For example, Mr. Chairman, if say you will investigate Chief Solomon La, who ruled Plateau State during the Second Republic, Alhaji Abubakar Rimi, who ruled Kano, Dr. Garba Nadama, who ruled Sokoto State, and many other state governors in the Second Republic from the South, I assure you, Mr. Chairman, instead of asking them to pay you something, probably the government has to pay them for inconveniences. Even those who seem to be rich, their riches are affected by multiplier effects that will have legal implications. In my opinion, such investigations may be cumbersome. Authentic records may not be available, and the whole exercise may be bogged down by witch hunting, seemingly creating more problems than it could solve. In this respect, Mr. Chairman, I object to the investigation of the past executives with effect from 1966 as recommended by the Committee on Anti-Corruption Reforms. There are sufficient laws to deal with those having foreign accounts. Intervention number 3. Mr. Chairman, another intervention is on the report of the Committee on Human Rights and Social Security. The report of this committee recommended to the conference for government for the Federation to implement the report of the Human Rights Violation Investigation Commission, popularly known as APUTA panel. I respectively object to the demand that the conference should recommend to the government to implement the APUTA panel. Mr. Chairman, the APUTA panel was purely an administrative panel established by government in order to address individual and national grievances of the past and to offer reconciliation where possible. At this juncture,
unfortunately, Obasanjo threw out that national conference, and the man speaking in that video ended up being one of the greatest thieves that ever lived. You are the Kiniko that ever lived. That's one of the greatest thieves, political thieves that ever lived. He's still alive, but he's not dead though.
Let's be poor. Breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility. Let's be poor. Breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility.
I need to.
Let's be poor. Breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility. Let's be poor. Breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have
suffocate them. I'm sorry, my system just froze there again, and I was about to take to say, let me take 1 or 2 calls, okay, just to mix match, and then we can call it tonight. But I have something for you. I was gisting with one of our besties on Maiyegun's Diary Political, and we were talking about defending our land. Listen to this, it's a coded message, and it's not that coded, okay, straightforward and legit. And most of the time, people talk about buying this or buying weapons, or no. There are some other conventional way that you can go around this, and somebody mentioned that to me. You know, the problem of terrorists coming to take over your land or not your land, or government trying, politicians, you know what I mean, all those trick. And they said that when they call on the diasporans, that we are the ones who are likely going to be able to save Nigeria or save our people, as some people will put it. But do you know that if you are a Yoruba man and you are living abroad right now, if you want to help save Yoruba land, for example, from these criminals, let me say something before I say that, okay? We have figured out something, that everywhere there is crisis in Nigeria, okay, there is possibility of high deposited of natural resources in that part of Nigeria. I mean, like, research has confirmed that. Usually when people say they are clashing, communities fighting themselves over land, over this or that, over boundary. Now, these days, when you see strangers, strange terrorists coming around to escalate insecurity in any part of Nigeria, especially southern Nigeria, there must be huge deposits of natural resources, resources in that axis. Now, you see, these terrorists, they won't do it legal. They won't do it the right way. They would kill people, scare them away, and begin to extract their resources. Now, what somebody told me is that there is a weapon in what is called buyback. That weapon of that buyback weapon is that there are so many of you who are so rich. You are so rich. You are not in Nigeria. A lot of you are pretty much interested in buying properties in the cities and all of that. We can actually buy back all these lands, and put together all the resources to safeguard it, including the resources underneath it. Before the escalation of insecurity in our parts, especially now that we know illegal mining all over Yoruba land, for example, there are many of you who are very rich, who come from the most agrarian part of Yoruba land. Okay? You see all those lands that you see everywhere. Go over there, buy them, own them. I mean, there are areas whereby we have been told already they are going to become hotspots in Yoruba land, for example. They are not becoming hotspot because they wanted to they wanted the land. No. The people of Borno, the people of Plateau, the people of Middle Belt part of Nigeria, who have come under heavy terrorist attacks, especially in the last 8 years of Boko Haram. There are now reports coming out to say, of course, they may be promoted, they may be saying they are fighting because of religion, or they are fighting because of land. It was mainly because of the resources in those areas that they would rather use force and chase the people away. So instead of us waiting or kind of planning or preparing to just arm ourselves to fight back, how about you do a buyback? They are more cheaper than you can imagine. Buy the lands where those natural resources are. Own them. Even the government will have to pay you to buy them back from you. Now, from those lands, now you can take my word for this. Your land, and as corrupt as Nigeria is, now we can use this to put the resources, the wealth of the land in the hands of the sons and daughters of the land, you. I don't know how to say it to you. I'm not into land and all that. To do your research, okay? Rather than put your money into where they want to buy a house in Lagos, they found a land for you to build this and that. Begin to research about our Yoruba land. You see, there are those who are already committing this illegality. They are doing this illegality in a way that it's going to get to a stage that they are going to harm themselves in order to protect the source of all this. In the process of harming themselves, they are going to what? Terrorize our people. And when they terrorize our people, of course, all they need is just to give it a name, but they will hide the rest behind it. I am saying this publicly to you because, of course, you are Yorubas, and you can own landed properties in Yoruba land. Go into those remote areas. Go to Oyo, go to Oshun. Go to Kwara, go to Ogun. Explore all these areas. Make your research. They are actually in the open. Own those lands. Document them. When it is time, right, for the wealth of the land to be in the hands of the sons and daughters of the land, you will be the pioneers. Because what you have right now is a global coordinated exploration or exploitation, and they will come in different names. Before they take them from us, let's be smart enough to begin to
Àtisebo, àtisétẹ́, àtisétẹ́, àti ń parọ́ tipẹ́, àtisétẹ́, tìtó òdìmú òdodo òsì mọ́, àtisétẹ́, òdìsétẹ́, kágbádé fáláre, àtisétẹ́, kágbẹ̀bí fáláre, àtisétẹ́, adájọ́ ń parọ́ torí owó, àtisétẹ́, àtisétẹ́, òṣèlú ń parọ́ nítorí ipò, àtisétẹ́, àtisétẹ́, èdò gbówó ń tẹ́, àtisétẹ́, àtisétẹ́, ètìsétẹ́, àtisétẹ́, ìjàǹjà aráàlú, àtisétẹ́, àtisebo, àtisétẹ́, àtisétẹ́, àti ń parọ́ tipẹ́, àtisétẹ́, tìtó òdìmú òdodo òsì mọ́, àtisétẹ́.
You understand? And this is just to whom it may concern. A lot of you right now, you are sitting down there and you are like nodding your head like, wow, Maiyegun, how did you know? How did you read my mind? I've been thinking something like that. Stop thinking. Start acting now. There's no small investment. There's no big one. If any of your investment as Yorubas in diaspora today, it is for all of us to go back to Yoruba land and buy as many of those land as possible. Own them. Make it difficult for those criminals to take them or gift them away for their political leverage and all that. It's not going to hog down well for us. And if you can buy as many thousands as you can, please do. Own them. So when they talk about the gold magnets in Yoruba land, it will be a Yoruba son or daughter. If they are talking about a diamond magnet from Yoruba land, it will be a Yoruba man or Yoruba woman. When they are talking about, you see what I mean? And this, as we know, there is a global coordination to further explore Africa, including, it's already ongoing. This whole thing is ongoing. A lot of you can make that difference. In 5 years, if the real sons and daughters of Yoruba land, if they can be in control of over 1 million or 2 million acres of land filled with natural resources, I'm talking about real resources, own them. When you do, you can put up your own army. We can put up our own army. We can fund the emergence of Yoruba nation. You can put, if you don't put the resources of the land in the right hand of the right people, it will be always very difficult. I don't know who need that information, but don't just throw it away. Go to those places and buy those lands now. Buy them en masse, and keep them. You will thank me later. Trust me. Right? So I want to take calls. I'll take calls because my time is gone. I said it's going to be 90 minutes. So we have 30 minutes, okay, to call in and be part of this. All right? Now listen to me. Listen to me, okay? I'm not asking you to start now calling people that, oh, I want to buy land. No. This one is a special buy. This one is not like your usual, I want to buy a land. Oh. No. I want to own it. You will do your research. Go to those remote Yoruba land. Go to those places. Meet with people. Meet with the communities. Relate with them. You will find what you are looking for then. Do you understand? This one is not, you know what I mean? So you must know why you are getting into this and what you are getting into. Take over those places. Right? For those areas where they are doing their illegal mining and all of that, those communities are bribed with absolute trash. Yorubas needs to stand up. A lot of you have enough money to change the life of entire community. If you know that what that community have will become beneficial, not just to them, but to the entire Yorubas in the future. Buy the lands, buy those places. That's what I'm saying. Okay? Talk to the kings, talk to the ballers, give them good money. This is investment. This is not like I want to buy land. Oh. No. Because if you just I froze there, and I believe that my audio has also been, tamped with. Tell me if my audio is still there, because it's all messy now. I don't even know what is wrong with this system now anymore. You know what I mean? So talk to them in a way that you will tell them, I want this place and I'll take care of you. I'll give you good money. Own them. There's nothing wrong in that, because they are all going into the hands of the Chinese anyway. The communities are still living in squalor, in poverty. So if the diasporans are going to save Yorubas and lead us to Yoruba nation, that's one key before we buy guns, Abi. Before everybody learn how to kind of shoot pa. We must have the resources. We must have our hands in the resources of the land. Okay? Respect comes from that. I don't have money. I'm not a rich person. But I know some of you, some who will stumble on this video. Some of you are very smart. And you work on this. When you do, remember to join Yoruba Union. You will see people like you there too, who are already working on this. I just thought I should make it public. And then, I'll take calls before I go to bed. Okay. So, my line is going to be opened. And we are just on Facebook. I mean, we are just on YouTube, by the way. I'm keeping my eyes opened to make sure that if we see any freeze again, I'll just ask you to hang on for me and I'll go deal with it. I'm kind of getting tired of it myself, okay? But, I mean, somebody said, yesterday they said it's because of, it's likely because of the network. So we had this big, massive, what do you call it? Carnival, not far from my house here. So we had a lot of people. So what we felt was that maybe the internet and the rest of that kind of got more used or in this area. So that slowed us down. Here you go. So that could be the reason why my internet was, the internet could be the reason why my system was freezing back and forth yesterday. And it was so annoying, right? I have a caller, I believe. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, I do have a caller. How are you, sir?
Hello, Baba Maiyegun General.
Àwa nìyẹn o.
Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́ o. Àwa bàbá àwòrìlà o. Àwa lé àwọn bàbá Tinubu ti fi àjẹlè kó ká jẹ wá níyà dáadáa ká sọ wá dé dún arinlẹ̀. Ọgbà Sátidé lọ́wọ́ wa ká gbé Sunday lé wa lọ́wọ́. Ojú ẹ náà mi ṣe tẹ̀ kébí tẹ gbogbo ẹ mọ́lẹ̀ èmi ò tiẹ̀ bó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bo gorí kíní kébí wo lè mi ṣẹlẹ̀ láà ṣùgbọ́n mo kàn rí kí n sọ fún ẹ pọ́ lọ́wọ́n á máa ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú gbogbo expose ló mi ṣe o. Gbogbo ọ̀nà Ọlọ́run ò ní fi ẹ́ sílẹ̀. Bí Yorùbá nation bá máa bọ́ sí àwọn lè máa ṣe dáadáa ló máa tò síwájú Ọlọ́run ló tiẹ̀ ṣe é kéwu kí ìyá gbóǹkọ̀ yẹ kí ṣe gbogbo mistake gbogbo ọ̀nà náà ràn gbà ké kádà wárú. Àmọ́ Ọlọ́run á gbé olùrànlọ́wọ́ dìde lè máa gbà wálẹ̀. Gbogbo wọn lọ́lọ́run a máa gbé gbogbo iṣẹ́ yẹn sí wọn lọ́kàn ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí kí gbogbo àlè pa gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀ ká gbára wálẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn lè fi kó wa jọ. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ ṣé o, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ wa o.
Ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́ o. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir.
Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan kan ni mo sọ fún ẹ.
Yes, sir.
Torí nǹkan tó jẹrẹ ní Nàìjíríà yẹn ni pé wọ́n á sọ pé a ní Boko Haram, a ní oríṣiríṣi ló ń wà ní Nàìjíríà gbogbo ẹ̀ ló bàjẹ́ kan pátápátá. Àmọ́ tí èèyàn bá wo nǹkan tó ń jẹrẹ dáadáa ní Nàìjíríà níṣẹ́ á mọ̀ pé baálé ilé ń tàgbó, ọmọ ń gbowó ta, ìyàwó ń ta ògógóró. Ẹ wá sọ pé kí wàhálà kó má sí nílùú.
Ẹ wá ní kó má sí
wàhálà. Ó sì gbà tí wàhálà sí nílùú. Wàhálà oríṣiríṣi wàhálà ló kù. baálé ilé ń ta ó ń tàgbó ọmọ tí wọ́n bí ó ń gbowó ta jẹ́ni ìyàwó ń ta ògógóró ẹ wá sọ pé kí wàhálà kó má sí nílùú.
wàhálà wà
wàhálà
wà kò possible kó má sí wàhálà.
gbogbo àwọn tí Ọlọ́run ti pè kó dìde kí gbogbo wọn dìde torí ká lè gba gbogbo ẹ padà ẹ kú jẹ́ Ọlọ́run á máa gbà fún yín o.
Kí ti gbé ẹ ṣé o mo dúpẹ́ o. My caller who is calling from Awori Kitigbe, he just called in to pray for me, okay? To say that as Yorubas, we must continue to pray for the right people to come to our aid, and then we kind of break ourselves from this chain of slavery. It's mental, right? So yeah, the line is still open, by the way. Or I am trying to get something on quickly just before we continue. So thank you for that call. Yeah, I have. I know it's a late night broadcast, okay? So I have over 1,600 people, and if you are still here with me, it would be ideal if it would be ideal if you drop your offering, like the broadcast, and still share it, or call in if you want to be part of this. Meanwhile, while we wait, okay, I'm going to keep that. All right. However, give me a second. So while we wait, here is something. The picture that caused problems. All right. Where they expected Okonjo Iweala to at least show some love, or they call it respect, and upload Thiuefnubu's picture. You know, normally people were wondering where koolu was. Like I said, right? I have an image. I don't know that I didn't put that up. Okay, I'm gonna put it on now. So there's this image where they finally found the koolu where he was hiding during the summit. Yeah, this one. Everybody look at where, take a look at the direction everyone is looking at, and take a look at where koolu is looking. So they said Okonjo Iweala ate Thiuefnubu. So when she finally uploaded the supplementary list, here is koolu. She went to him and greeted him. And they were like, it is too late now. You are so disrespectful. You are supposed to post Thiuefnubu's picture first. Put kiniko, Now let me show you this illustration. This one is a little bit funny. Cooking with NASA. NASA. Wow. Thank you very much, Mao, because I want to believe that NASA should be a woman. And then amazing. Thank you for your super chats. So Okonjo Iweala from Paris uploaded this one. The Agbadomites, they ran mad. How dare you? How dare you? Then she uploaded this. And the Agbadomites became confused. Like, okay, should they cry now or just be happy or what? Because, is this an insult? Is this not an insult? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what the situation looks like, okay? So let me take this call before I go to bed. Hello there. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ma.
Hello. Well done. Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, ma. Please.
Yeah. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well done, Mr. Maiyegun. Please, I just wanted to know the Telegram handle for the Yoruba
Union. Yes, ma'am. I will
because I tried to check it.
Yes, ma'am. Go on, ma'am.
Okay. I tried to check it yesterday, but I couldn't even find any Yoruba Union. I put official Yoruba Union as well, but I couldn't even get it.
I know. Now, what I'm going to do now is that if you take your time after you drop the call, ma, or should I say, as we are having this chat right now, I am actually trying to put it in the comments.
All right,
so that you can see it
All
in the
right.
chat, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
And
much.
this
Thank
also
you.
goes
God bless
to
you.
everyone who kind of
Thank
been
you.
finding it difficult to find the old what do you call the old Yoruba Union. Yes, ma'am. So please, the official link, or should I say the link to the official Yoruba Union Telegram is currently in the comment section. Okay, please use it. All right. Join us. We are going to buy we are buying about 10 wheelchairs for physically challenged children, school children in Yoruba land. It's so kind of, it's not much, okay, but we don't have much money too. All right. So we believe that that's going to cost us about 1,500,000. That's 1.5 million for a starter. Now, to every one of you, every one of us who has been part of Yoruba Union activities, the support and all of that, and somehow they have been wondering what's going on now. We've not heard anything all this while. Okay, you are hearing us now. Okay, no rush. So in the next few days, right, we will go and do what we want to do. Okay, and we will show you what we have done, and then we'll tell you more about what we are going to go back on doing, like all our programs. Okay, so, and then you can join us and be part of it. Come and adopt these children. Come and join the support for the vulnerable in Yoruba land, because we don't just support them. Okay, when we give our support, we also give our enlightenment. We discuss with them. We tell them what is our mission, and our mission is to make every Yoruba son and daughter see reason why Nigeria as a country, Nigeria as a country has given us the worst of the worst deal, and we are better off without Nigeria. It is a tough one. It's a thankless job, but you can join us, because we are not asking anybody to even thank us. We are not asking anybody to praise us. We call it a praiseless job, a thankless job, but we are very grateful for what we are doing, all of us. I mean, come and see people who just want to add value, touch life, spread message peacefully as possible. We don't go into competition with people, okay? And you can be part of it too. I mean, like, you will be surprised. I have Biafrans, who are also member of Yoruba Union. They are member by association. And what is that association? It is that injustice to one is injustice to all. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. And those who support humanity, we indeed love what we are doing. I have a caller. Hello there.
Oh,
hey, brother, you will need to speak up a little bit. And
okay.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. Just enjoying the day. You know, it's pretty
I got a gist, random gist. I didn't know that a lot of people will stay up and be with me. Imagine now, 1,600 having a random gist. Not like a prime time.
Yeah, you know.
Good.
Yeah, you know, we got your back.
I know.
100%.
I know you always have my back.
Yeah. Got a few suggestions. You have my I'll definitely contribute to the to the whole Yoruba Nation thing. You have my support on that.
Yeah, sure, please.
Yeah. I'd like to make a suggestion for you.
Please.
As you're growing, and you're gonna have all these attacks coming towards you. I mentioned to you about opening up a Rumble page. I would like to make a suggestion if you can get like a mailing, like a mailing
list kind
app or whatever. Yeah, you could send in, before you
like a newsletter kind of. Now, what I'm trying to do is that I've got two projects in front of me, right? The first one to deliver a very secured membership base for Yoruba Union, where everybody can sign up and become member and get their membership card, membership number, and other things that comes with it, right? So working on that.
Yeah.
Then I am kind of on the side looking into launching my website, Maiyegun's diary political website, right? And I can have a newsletter attached to that, right? So these are the two things I'm kind of thinking and working on. But you suggesting it right now It's probably overdue.
Yes, no, because the zoo.
Contacts.
Yes, they're watching and they're scared. They're scared of you.
Yes.
Maiyegun, they are shaking in the boots right now.
Right.
And you're constantly killing them with the truth and shining light. But I didn't want to say much. There's something else I wanted to say.
No, I mean, what you have even said is very much. What you advise is that we can't lose all this data. Once they
you can't. You can't. It's very important.
It won't be easier to bring them back that easily. So there's always something that we should begin to do, which is a backup plan. And that's even much. That's very, very substantial, Baba. Trust me.
Yeah. And the SMS too. Could be able to send out a text out to everyone. Because this fight is not going to end. You saw what it did to Simon, and they shut down.
Let us lie to ourselves. They are coming for us. Yeah. The reason why they haven't really kind of unleashed yet is that they are also worried about the court, even though they believe they control it, right? They are still worried of any surprise. So they don't want to do what they want to do yet. The moment they don't have any court case, if the court fail to sack him, they are coming for us. Yeah. Like they will deploy resources to shut a lot of us down. Trust me, I know that. That's why what you just said now is so, so important. And I'm not pushing it aside. I hope I will have a chance to have done it before that happened. Hopefully.
I mean, you have a chance. I mean, I know don't you have a Twitter? Yeah, you have Twitter, right?
I do.
Okay, perfect. So that's another avenue. So we can never definitely we all know for a fact that the whole court thing is useless.
I know.
we could cry now to tomorrow. He's going to be their president. They're not going to overturn anything. Only if they surprise me. But the train already left the station
because it will be a good surprise. I mean, wouldn't it be? Don't lie, right?
Yeah.
Be honest. Like we know that they can surprise us, but it's a good thing if they can surprise us because it will be a good surprise. For example, the court says Tinubu didn't win and disqualify him. We know he's going to go to Supreme Court. But imagine the tension, imagine the surprise. Even you will be like, oh, what? How did that happen?
Yeah.
Really? You know what I mean? Like, it will be a good surprise, won't it? Or if the tribunal come out tomorrow and they say, tribunal dismiss all the cases against Tinubu, I won't be surprised. I won't be like, why? We thought that evidence. Me, when I know them that they are not looking for evidence, they don't use evidence. They use technicality. The only surprise we have is to wake up and see breaking news. Court says Tinubu didn't win and he should be removed with immediate effect. I will say, that one are breaking news, true. I don't know your own expectation, though. I don't get any.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have
anything is logical. Anything is possible. Anything could be possible.
Trust me.
4 place winners are actually put as number 1. As a winner. So anything is possible.
Because the old defense will start from next week. And once that starts, it's also going to begin to show to people where this is likely headed. There's no point in one kind of being apprehensive about it. Next week is here.
Yeah.
Bro.
There's no fixing it. But free Mazinam, they kind of free
people
and free all the innocent people that have been in prison for no reason. Don't worry, you're not forgotten. We will keep fighting for you. What we're doing here today and forever, we're going to keep fighting for you all. All right? Take care, Maiyegun. We'll talk tomorrow.
Bless you, bro. Thank you so much for calling in again tonight, all right? You should have a good one. Now, we will keep using every means to speak out and scream out, okay? That even though Nigeria reward criminals, but innocent people who have done nothing wrong, they will not continue to be punished by these criminals. And if they choose to continue to do that, we will continue to make it uncomfortable for them too. And listen, a lot of you may see it as nothing. The level of legitimacy battle that koolu is facing, those around him will tell you, if he escaped the hammer, they will tell you the sigh of relief they will all feel. But we know this is not going to last. The question is, how long is this going to last? How long will they push this charade? That answer is kind of rhetorical, right? Because it's like people feeling like, we wish something just happened to them. Anyway, I think we have just 5 minutes to go, okay? And I'm going to use that 5 minutes to do my motivational talk. And my own main motivational talk tonight is to talk to all of us, especially Yorubas. Now, two things, and also you, the Biafrans. What I am telling my own people in Yoruba land is similar to what I'm going to tell you too, or what I have been telling you. Okay? As it is right now, Nigeria is not for any of us, except for those who are benefiting from the fraud, or those who are waiting to benefit from the fraud, using the same national currency that you and them, we and them share. When you look at those who want Nigeria to continue to be what it is, despite the treatment that is being meted at Igbos in Nigeria, it's not hidden. Igbophobia is real. If you don't have Igbophobia, thank your star. It is real. People find reason to hate Igbos. It's obvious. Okay? However, this whole thing has gotten to, it's mainly political. Here you get those who are actually propagating and pushing this division. They are doing so for politics. But wherever Igbophobia that you thought existed before now, this current one is different. They are going after your businesses. They are going after your brethren. Those who haven't gone after your brothers yet, they are waiting to see how this is going to play out. And they want to replicate the same elsewhere. Okay? So there is no better time to mop up all your investments. Look at them, and consider home. A lot of you are paying ridiculous money to buy swamp land that you will spend millions and millions to fill up because you want to build a house. And you are also the people saying land is too expensive in Anambra. Land is too expensive in Igbo land. But you are paying 100 million, 200 million for swamp, 500 million naira for swamp. That once it rains, you have to carry your canoe, enter your house because you want to show that you belong and all that. Now, all of that, they are now considering that as a threat to those political oceans. So they want to burn them down, demolish them, chase you away. So count your losses. Before they get to you, there is no better time to pull all your resources together, your investment, put them together. Even if you are so kind of worried of going back to and put them back in the economy of Eastern Nigeria, there is no better time than now. And same thing I'm also saying to my own brethren, the Yorubas. Me, I never make money. I never get money. So I don't feel buy that kind of line. I'm that kind of a land now. But there are some of you, quiet money that watches Maiyegun. I remember there was now I don't want to use this as a rate, but I just want to tell you about my friends. That gives me the impression that in this gathering, in this audience, from all of you in diaspora, there are those who actually knows that they can do this and they can do it well. When I needed support to start the diaspora radio, so and people were giving me support, 20 pounds, 10 pounds, 100 pounds, 200, and all of that. I remember this individual, right? A Yoruba man. And he came on and he said, and he gave me 2,500 pounds. Not like gave me like that. Everybody was donating on that platform. So you have to go there yourself. You don't have to give me that. But I was like, How could somebody donate 2,500 pounds twice? Now, I got my 10,000 pounds raised. Only one individual who went there, used their card and gave me 5,000 pounds. 5,000 pounds. While over 300 people gave me 5,000 pounds or 4,000 something. So that then makes me feel like somebody sat there watching Maiyegun and felt like, why were they shutting down Maiyegun's diary political on Facebook? Maiyegun, what do you want? What do you need? How can we help you? This person sent me a message and said, if you need more. That person is still on Maiyegun's diary political, and these are like quiet watchers, simple, ordinary people living in diaspora, Yorubas. So I just feel like if somebody can just give me 5 million naira, like, because you are watching my video, then if you have enough, you could save us by putting those resources in buying back our land. It's our asset, it's our security to save Yoruba land and our people. It's not just in the hands of these terrorists. We have the local terrorists, the Yoruba criminals. Rather than them to stand up for us, they take advantage of us. They're still taking advantage of us right now. Our people are living in poverty, penury, and want. Now they are actually living in terrorism too. Sure you get. So if we want to save them, we must have the resources that can help care for them and cater for them. The only resources that can actually care for this kind of a project is resources that is our own natural resources. And you have to take control of that. Okay? You have it. You know what to do. When you take control of all these resources, it means that you have made a covenant with the land of your fathers. You will feel the land breathe. Your heart, when the land when the land breathes, you will feel it in your vein, in your body, in everything. What I mean by that is that when the land come under siege, you will feel it and you will fight for it. And what you will use in fighting for Yoruba land is right there, buried under the ground. So we must own them. Own them. There's nothing wrong in it. It is legal, completely legal. Go there, own them. If they now see that you have this, so and that, they can't take them from you. I won't say more than that. I just thought I should use that to motivate us. It's important. So when you go back to the eastern part of Nigeria and you move your investment there, you will be respected. Now, it doesn't mean that you are going to break away right away, but making a statement, economic statement, can be made. Okay? I have seen a project where they are building a canal from the Atlantic Ocean. And this canal is going to pass through, the creek of Bayelsa, coming down, all to Warri in Delta to Onitsha. So this channel, right, what they intend to achieve is that it is cheaper, it is safer for all of the importation into Nigeria that belongs to the eastern Nigeria. It is cheaper to access that Atlantic Ocean at the upper part of that Nigeria, which is closer to the eastern part of Nigeria. It is cheaper, it is safer there than for them to keep sending them to Lagos. Are you with me? So they are now building this multi-million dollars channel, which means cheap cargo vessels, ships like that, they can batch in eastern part of Nigeria. So this partnership is now going around about, the people of Niger Delta and then the people of, eastern Nigeria. Now, that's a very good idea. That's a very good thing. A lot of you have built great infrastructures outside Igbo land. Now, you can go back now and do that in Igbo land. Put your billions there. Okay? Leave their politics for those criminals who are representing you and shortchanging you. When you have the economic control like you do in Nigeria, that is always coming under threat. When you do have that, Nigeria will respect you. You see those wearies, those losers that believe that the reason why they are poor, the reason why they are jobless, or the reason why they are full of hate is because an Igbo man is in Yoruba land, not because of their criminal failed leaders. So they will have no Igbos to blame. Okay? And when there are no Igbos to blame, trust me, they will eventually face the criminals who told them that the reason why they are what they are, who told them to fear Igbos or hate Igbos. You won't even have to say why are they, I mean, you know what I mean? They will beg and respect you. You need to show that I don't have the resources, I don't have the money, I don't have the capacity. A lot of you do. And a lot of you are also outside Nigeria who can actually make things happen. Go and buy your lands. The ones that the Fulani terrorists are, terrorizing the Biafrans for, yeah? You can buy them, own the resources under those ground. Do that and watch how the table will turn. You know what? One good thing about this is that when the table turns, it's not just going to turn against Nigeria. It's also going to turn against those who share the same ethnic and all that with you and I, but they sold us off because of what Nigeria is offering them. Are you with me? Only time will tell. Yeah? Mind blocks gamers or games, thank you. So I'm going to say good night now. Thank you for staying up with me. And tomorrow, I promise you, if it's not so busy, okay, we'll have our Prime exclusive program. You should have a good night. But don't leave without liking the broadcast, okay? Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.